Have a little listen. I think I've solved the mystery. That male we saw with the female that charged in towards the cheetah, I think he's part of the same coalition, and I can hear another male lion that just finished roaring before these two started to the left of us. I think these are the 4 male lions that we've sort of heard stories about. Nice to finally meet them. I don't know who they are. They're relatively young though. They look to be about 4 years old or so, 4.5 years old. So not huge, not massive just yet, but getting there. And I think what's happened is I think that female that we saw, I think it is the same female with the young, very, very young cubs that we had an amazing sighting of the other morning. I don't think that these males are the father of that cub, and I think she is trying to distract that one that has now spotted her and trying to lure them away from her den site, because if these aren't the fathers, which I don't think they are, I think they're a little bit too young to be mating just yet. Of course, male lions can mate from 2.5, 3 years old, but the chance of them actually getting an opportunity to mate because of the big dominant males is very, very slim. And we're not far from boxer nose, from the earless pride either. We're in that area. That's only 2 or 3 kilometers away from here. So I think that's what's happened. I think that's why that lioness moved her cubs. I think there was just too many predators within the area, and maybe these boys moved in too, because, yeah, shame. Sure, that must be very, very stressful for that female. You would see she wasn't too keen on him. She was acting quite submissive, not sort of fighting back either. Maybe not trying to be too suspicious. So, I think this is a very, very good spot to hang around in the next few days. I think this is we've hit a jackpot in terms of wildlife. Wow. Okay, that was incredible. I'll call you back if they do start to roar again, which I hope they do. It seems as though Tristan's spotted cat is walking past the car. What an incredible day it has been. It really has been a whirlwind of emotions for me, from being stressed and frustrated with myself for doing stupid things to them being completely surprised by nature and spoilt by listening to one of the most powerful sounds you can hear in the world. And not just from these 2 boys. There are 2 other big male lions around us, and they have been initiating the calling. And then these fellas are responding. Actually, I think they're a little bit older now that they've turned over. Maybe they're about 4.5, going on 5 years old, actually. I mean, their manes haven't quite fully developed. They remind me of what the Charleston males looked like when they first came in and chased the 4-ways males out in the Sabi Sand in the southern sector. So I would say they're probably around, yeah, I'm changing my mind. They're around 5 now that they've sat up and faced towards us. So coming into their prime, you see, they've still got relatively pink noses. They're actually incredibly beautiful looking lions, aren't they? Barely any scratches, so they've been keeping out of harm's way. Now, don't you go and mess with that lioness, please, because she's got 4 very adorable little cubs, and I'd like to see them make it towards adulthood. But sadly, the likelihood of that happening, especially with these young and upcoming upstarts, I don't know if it's going to be too good for her. I think she needs to move out of this area completely. There's just too many predators around here. Philip, you said they rumble your vehicle. My bones were rattling. when they were roaring. Yes, boy, I'm talking about your roar in particular. Was spectacular. It feels like he's looking straight at me as I speak. I better say nice things. Yeah, it's incredible. That's the most amazing thing about a lion's roar, is that you don't just hear it, is that you feel it. And we're very close to these boys. We must only be about 30 meters away, 35 meters away. And it's unbelievable. So firstly, we had the dying calls of the other two boys in the distance. And just as these fellas started, my goodness, I had to hold on to the steering wheel so I didn't fall out the car. It was vibrating so much. It is the most amazing thing. We often talk about our favorite sounds to hear when we're out in Africa. And I don't think there's any other call that tops a lion's roar, especially when you're in close proximity. I mean, it's amazing to hear it, whether it's, kilometers away. But to hear it up close like that it's a breathtaking experience. It's something that you can't explain it. You have to just experience it for yourself. That needs to go to the top of your bucket list. It really, really does. Every time I hear it, I get goosebumps. My heart starts to race. It's invigorating. Well, we'll wait again for these boys to roar. Hopefully it's not going to be the end of it. Maybe we'll get lucky 3 times the charm. Tristan, however, has got a lovely young man named Tamba sitting up on a termite.